All right, guys, so we're in the car with my buddy Dustin. So appreciate you for letting us check this thing out, man. And I'm excited to drive it. I haven't been in one of these yet. This one is a 2021, right? So this one is the automatic. So we test it out, see how it does. I'm pretty excited about it, though. It sounds awesome. And it is super tight in here. I had to adjust the seat all the way down, all the way back as far as it would go. And it's still a little tight. I'm surprised how tight this thing is, but it looks great in here.
HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com.
All right, here we go. Woo! Woo! Wow, that's impressive as can be. And it sounds killer. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's whop, 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 just ripping through. And it was kind of bouncing off the rev limiter a little bit because it was just trying to break traction every single gear all the way through third. But it felt really, really good. This is pretty wicked. So it is a
very stock out of the box. That's what it does.
It's impressive.
That's
so it's an 8-speed.
Yep.
Which is kind of nice. You get some really low gears to start out with. You get plenty of high gears to cruise with. I could definitely drive this every day. And you also have the paddle shifters here. Really nice dash layout. There's a little bit of carbon fiber mixed in. It's really nice. It's one of the nicest Toyotas ever made. I mean, it is a
BMW.
It is a Toyota, which is kind of funny. So when this car came out, this car has how much horsepower?
It's registered 385 is what they sell it as, but it's really around 415.
It's a little more than that. So, and you kind of see some of that in the accelerometer and things like that, which is kind of neat. And when these things came out, I thought, man, it looks really good. The one thing that I wanted was I think the Lexus LFA, I wish they would have done like a slimmed down version of that as the Supra when the LFA came out. I think that would be just a really cool car to be the Supra. And I kind of wish at the time that they had made this into the Celica.
Yeah.
Because this could be a really good looking Celica. I know a lot of people were upset that it was a BMW, but you know, it's, I mean, BMW does some really awesome cars, driving wise, running wise, power and fast. And then you mix that with the Toyota quality, the Toyota lifetime. I mean, you're talking about cars that live forever. You know, it's really the best of both worlds. That's the one problem that I have with BMWs is they don't, you know, they're not near as
dependable
and trustworthy. But a car like Toyota is amazing. And I'll tell you what, you can really tell they took a lot of design cues from the BMWs, as clean and nice as this interior is, but it's still, you know, with the bar and everything in the dash, the way it's designed, the way some of the stuff, you can see the lineage from the Supra even in here, which is kind of awesome. So it's a really neat setup on how they've got this. So I'm having a good time driving. It feels great in here. I think it's a good look for sure.
Yeah, the whole infotainment system, all the HUD displays, all that's BMW. I mean, this is as BMW as it gets.
Right. And
drivetrain, everything. Well, the motor's B58, same thing that's in the X3 SUVs. So same transmission that's in the Z4.
Yeah,
it's exactly. It's the same wheelbase as the Z4. It's just that Toyota tunes BMWs better than BMW does.
I could see that. God, this thing, is it stock exhaust?
Yes.
It sounds great. It even has a gurgle when you get out of the gas. It comes back down. It sounds awesome. It's got a really good sound to it. Slow her down.
I mean, it's so hard not to
another Toyota friend. That was our Yaris back there.
Our European cousin.
Our European. Golly, the exhaust, man, blows me away for a stock car. Now, I don't know if it's as loud outside, but it sounds great in here. It's got, it just sounds wicked. It's just a really good sounding car. And it handles very, very good. And we haven't done much with the tires. I mean, we've just been rolling a little while, and it already feels super sticky. And I'm not going to push it too far because this is Dustin's car, but it feels really good. It feels very stuck to the road. It's this steering wheel feels awesome too. It's got a lot of places to grip.
Yeah, the stock tires on it are the Michelin PS1s, but these are a Continental equivalent.
Okay.
They're a little less grippy, if you could imagine, compared to what you're feeling now.
No, yeah, no. Yeah, those tires are very sticky, but they wear out quickly. These probably don't wear out nearly as quickly.
No, I've definitely noticed better longevity out of them.
But they also still feel really good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think they're probably like 16 or 17,000 miles on them so far, and they're still sticking like that.
Yeah, they stick awesome. Now I'm going to turn off traction control. Am I doing it? Did I do it?
Yeah.
What do I have to do here?
So, let's hold. So, that should have said VSC off. Yes. That should be it.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now. I see the little dash now. Okay.
We have lights for that.
Here we go. Whoa.
Now you'll notice in these curves,
Golly.
you'll notice the traction definitely matters in the curves.
Woo. Wow, that is a rocket ship. It spun just a little bit and then gripped in. That was awesome. That was awesome.
It's fun. If you can get one for MSRP, do it. I don't think you could really justify the markup that's going on them right now.
Yeah.
But if you can find one for sticker price, they're worth picking up, especially with them getting discontinued again already.
Yeah, I know it.
But like you were saying with the Celica, they're supposed to be making one of those.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they come up with. And that's the infotainment system and all that stuff on here is really nice, showing the weather and all kinds of stuff on here. And then it's got a heads-up display showing me the speed limit, the speed that I'm going. I mean, everything looks super nice. It's just a very clean
And you
ride.
do have the reflective speed up there on the window as well.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite little things with this.
Mexico. This thing pulls big time. Golly. This is a fun car to drive. I would have a very hard time driving this every day because it's too fast. And what I mean by that is that it's a lot of fun to drive slow cars fast. It's not near as fun to drive fast cars slow. And this is definitely a fast car, and it gets up and moves just so quick that you could definitely get in trouble with this. Have you got any speeding tickets in it?
No, that's why we got this thing.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They're only illegal in 2 states, and I don't live in either of those.
That's right. Yeah, I could definitely see myself getting in trouble in this thing. Now, like something like my Fiat, that thing's a blast to drive because you can drive it as fast as you want, and the 124, nobody thinks anything about it. I mean, you can literally just hammer through the gears, and it's a pretty quick car. It's not fast, but it's quick. You know, there's a difference in fast and quick, and it's kind of like that. It's just one of those things that, you know, this car would definitely get you in trouble. And the paddle shifters work really well.
Yeah, there's very little lag in between.
Yeah, it works very good. Yeah, I like the way it handles, the way it pulls through the turns. I mean, it does a really, really good job. God, it feels so good.
Video doesn't do justice to the force you feel whenever you get down on it.
Definitely not. Yeah, this thing pulls hard. It gets down, and it's what's funny. Even though traction control's off, like you can make it spin, but it still wants to sit down and go. I'm sure it's independent rear end. I mean, it really just sits down and locks in and just takes off. I mean, it goes very fast, very quickly. So I really wanted to drive. I've been wanting to drive one of these forever, but I really wanted to see how the 6-speed would be. But this isn't bad at all. Like, it does really good. Now I'm curious to check out a 6-speed later on and see how that feels comparatively. But you know, one thing about automatics, especially the way that they're doing them now, being an 8-speed like this and how fast it can change gears, like you can't beat it. I mean, really, you know, if you put an automatic up to a manual, the automatic's going to beat it every time. With these modern automatics now, you know, old school hot rods, they didn't have it figured out, but they've really figured out the automatics now. And this is something that you can enjoy, drive every day, still have plenty of power, still have awesome sounding stock exhaust, which is mind-blowing, and it does really good. And this is, you know, the last thing that I reviewed was the Mach-E, and the only fault that I have on it is that it's electric and you have to recharge it.
I thought you were going to say it's a Mustang.
No, I'm a Mustang guy. I love Mustangs. Yeah, I love Mustangs. I'm a Mustang guy. So, but since it's electric, you know, you've got to recharge it. But overall, it felt really, really good. This thing's amazing. I mean, it really is. You know, however, it's about double what you can get a Mach-E for now, because not many people are wanting electric. It takes certain people to get electric cars. I mean, this you can drive anywhere, and the practicality of this is that it's a 2-seater. So what I like about 2-seaters is not everybody can have one. With 4-seaters or 4-doors or even like the Challengers and Mustangs, something like that, anybody can have one of those cars. And technically anybody can buy one of these also if you can find them. But what I like about 2-seaters in general is that they're not practical at all. Like, this isn't even a good grocery getter. It's a quick grocery getter, but it's got a pretty good bit of trunk space for what it is. But you can't haul kids around. You can't haul a family around it. So
I'm sure you can fit a couple kids back there.
I bet we could fit a couple kids in there. Yeah, couple kids, couple gallons of milk. We can make it work. But that's what I like about these. This feels like a sports car. And it is. It's a sports car. I mean, it really is. And but it feels that way. I want to drive a sports car and let it feel like a sports car. There's a lot of things that are very sporty, like that Mach-E Mustang felt very sporty, but it's still a family car. This thing feels like it's something just that you shouldn't have. I don't know. It feels pretty exotic, for what it is. That was second gear start off. I wasn't even in first, and it just went straight sideways.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very, very good. Yeah, that one was a little bit unexpected though. So I expected it to lug down and just go and not spin at all, and it went whoop and just revved out quickly. And now we're getting into some traffic. But man, I really appreciate you letting me drive this thing. I've enjoyed it. I've had a blast. It's a gorgeous car. These things have awesome lines. Super nice. I'm very happy with this car.
How do you feel sitting there?
It's a little tight. It is a little tight. I could do it. I can enjoy it, and I can drive it over. But this area where my legs are very close together. I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. This thing, it's a bit tight, but I would still take it, and enjoy it. It's wicked. It's a wicked car.
Mm-hmm.